Today was my last meditation day. I went there 6 o'clock in the morning and I finished about 6:40, and I had many clear thoughts, ideas, revelations that I have to write or make on video related to religions, related to going deeper only about the sins of your life, instead of getting, like some people get obsessed about something and then go deeper and deeper and deeper, and then they write a book about something that maybe they are right or maybe they are wrong, and they are using 10 years, a lot of energy researching what for, to tell the people the truth about whatever, the Twin Towers, about God, about the Bible, about drugs, about politicians, about corruption. But just by knowing it, it's like meditating in life with the concepts and the experience that you are having in life. And what I do is feeling really deeply the connections with the interactions, that it can be with the nature or it can be with any kind of objects or situations, but just meaningful, deep in it, feeling it deepen and higher and wider. Because when I have the connection with the animals, it's not just this connection that I show on the video, it's many other revelations that I get and perspectives. I get the perspective of the animal, but it's only one of the things, but I do this with any concept and any idea. Like yesterday when I was making the video about let the children get close to me from Jesus Christ, and how good and amazing idea can be, and how the human corrupt, perverted mind can relate it to pederastia or pedophilia. I don't know how they say it in English, and I don't know why I'm talking in English. But I want to write or make a video not getting deep on any of my revelations, just by touching a little bit, just the key points, just like I did with the wheel, the icon of Buddhism, the chariot of Buddha, and what the connection in between them is for me. That is, it can be only that as the highest point, because you can give it 100,000 different meanings, but they are all in the same dimension. You can only see it from a higher dimension once you mounted the chariot, and it means really something. It is explained in my video about the skin cells and the lighted cell that becomes the one saying maybe we are a tissue, and maybe there is a God of the whole tissues that I am not even aware of. And the same way, going from one dimension to another, who's real? The guy filming is real, but the guy watching you is real, but there is an awareness, higher awareness. So I think I am completely sure that mindfulness is not the highest level, because awareness is when you are aware that you are mindful. So maybe something like consciousness or higher consciousness or higher awareness, that it's compiling all the small mindful things. It is only a conceptual draft, all these things, and I can be wrong with the words, but I know exactly what I want to say, but I don't know which words, because maybe I have to invent some words, just like I see different dimensions and different concepts that I have never heard of, but maybe they exist. That's the very thing, that many of the revelations that I have and the feelings that I have, they have already been written by probably in the Bible, which probably 90% of the things are wonderful, amazing things, and the other 10% is garbage, just created by the person writing it, because the person who wrote it was very far from God. Even Jesus was not in contact with God. He was in contact with a higher dimensions, higher feelings of connections with the nature and everything. I don't know who said that he was speaking with God and dying because God told him. He didn't, because he didn't exist. So they are taking the good things about the energy, about the concept of all this awareness, but people don't know what awareness is because they are so obsessed in the rigid structures and the sins and the guiltiness and the respect in a wrong way, because so many stupid things, like you cannot point your feet like that at Buddha, but you can be touching your bollocks, and you can be hating someone in the same moment that you are respecting Buddha. So, and there is a lot of envy, there is a lot of ego, there is a lot of everything in the world that at the end is a war of all this at this fucking low level. And when you are at this high level, that you can connect with everybody, if they don't get offended with anything, fine, it's perfect, that's the perfect moment. But I always find things that distort people, offend people, just because they have this barrier. And there are so many barriers, walls, concepts, human structurized things that need to be broken, that until that is done, there's nothing religions will be solving. Because people think that the religion, in a good perspective, is the solution. There is no good or bad perspective. Religion is just another element, just like anything else. It's just going higher, to a higher dimension, to mount your own chariot, to see that for real, to create it. So once you've been using all these elements in your life, if you ever were aware of all these elements, and I never see people aware of that, maybe sometimes they are aware of something. Maybe sometimes they are aware of something when I tell them, and they can feel it, analyze, see it, say, wow, yeah, I really feel it. But most of the people have never been aware on their own of how magical things can be, going to a higher dimension, and then they're not magical anymore. They are just normal things, because that's how everything is connected.